Who is it?
FBI, open up!
14, 15, 16 and 17 respectively. Oh no. Hi everybody, this is CVGS, I'm the Captain here, and on this recap for the Vanguard live stream for 3rd May 2021, we'll be looking at the reviews and sharing our collective thoughts on them. This week is the Daivangasai 2021 online event, so live streams were aplenty during this week on the Vanguard YouTube channel. That means that the official live stream reviews were kept to a minimum, which is an excellent thing in helping us make these recap videos as quick and snappy as we originally wanted them to be. With that in mind, we are actually going to be skipping out on talking about the card of the day reveals for Touken Ranbu and Overdress in general. We'll really only touch upon them when it makes the most sense to talk about them. If you are interested in the card of the day reviews, I highly recommend joining our Discord server, link in the description below. There we have our card review discussion chat, where Vanguard and Battle Spirits card reviews are being posted. Reviews wise from the live stream itself, we got a good amount of Touken Ranbu and surprisingly Monster Strike as well. So we'll start with the right line Mutsuno Kami Yoshiyuki, and where the hell were these skills for Narukami back in the day? Mutsuno Kami Yoshiyuki Sento. When rolled upon by Mutsuno Kami Yoshiyuki Toku, choose one of your opponent's back rows, rear guards and retire it. If you could not retire, so charge 1. His continuous skill on the regard circle is the same as the other right lines for Kashu Kiyomitsu and Kasen Kanesada. During your turn, this unit gets plus 2k power. Mutsuno Kami Yoshiyuki Toku. When rolled upon by Mutsuno Kami Yoshiyuki Kiwami, by playing so blast 1, choose one of your opponent's rear guards at the back row and retire it. If you could not retire, draw 1 card. Once again, his continuous skill on the rear guard circle, this unit gets plus 2k power during your turn. The main grade 3 Mutsuno Kami Yoshiyuki Kiwami has the following skills. Continuous on the Vanguard circle. If your opponent has no rear guards in the back row, this unit gets plus 2k power, and it's a skill that applies during your opponent's turn as well. Auto on the Vanguard circle. When this unit attacks by paying counter blast 1, choose one of your opponent's back row rear guards and retire it. Then this unit gets plus 5k power for every empty rear guard circle in your opponent's back row until the end of the battle. The reason I bring up Narukami earlier is because of the fact that these skills are destructive style skills that reward you if you are unable to fulfill the retire, especially if your opponent knowingly dodges them. Long story short, we didn't get these type of skills in the mainline game in the past. But I can't say I'm mad about it because we are in a new era of Vanguard. And that era continues with the other collaboration set, which is the Monster Strike collab. And the reveals that we got are the 2 Ace Grade 3s for the 2 trial decks for Monster Strike. And they're actually turning some heads towards July 23rd. Holy Sword of True Bonds Excalibur. Continuous on the Vanguard circle. During the battle this unit attack, it gets plus 10k power. And auto on the Vanguard circle. When this unit attacks the Vanguard, if you Persona Road this turn by paying counter blast 1 and discarding a card from your hand, choose one of your rear guards and stand it. A Bastion style skill that plays off of Persona Riding. While that may seem hindering, there is the monster box that was revealed from last week, and as well as the skill of the Gacha Ridora that allows you to mill cards in from your deck into the monster box. This means that you might be able to find a copy for Persona Riding, and all you need to do is set up the turn before when you can exchange a card from your hand with one for the monster box. Same grade of course. And then we have Demon of Causality Laplace. This one is a kicker. Auto on the Vanguard circle. When this unit is boosted, if it's attacking the Vanguard by paying counter blast 1, so blast 1, choose up to 3 of your opponent's rear guards and retire them. 3! And if that wasn't crazy enough, if you Persona Road this turn, you can discard a card from your hand, choose one of your opponent's Vanguards and increase or decrease its power to 0 until the end of the turn. I hereby sentence you to deletion! Delete, 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 delete. At first glance, these are utterly powerful skills on a singular card, and it's Vanguard no less with an access to a right deck. But if we stop to really think about this card for a little bit, something starts to click. We think that these skills are as powerful as they are for both Excalibur and Laplace is because of the monster box. Considering that you have the Gacha Ridora to help you call down 3 rear guards to the field once per fight, this may indicate that the Monster Strike decks may have some trouble in putting down rear guards. Granted, you have to Persona Ride in order to get the restand and the pseudo delete, and that can be supplemented by the monster box as I described earlier. But the monster box can also hinder you from finding rear guards to call down from hand, since they are going to be in the monster box. So with some critical thinking, we can actually start to shape how the trial decks will function for Monster Strike come July 23rd. and by proxy also the other right lines that's actually in the booster set. Also on this week, producer Kitamori also held a producers meeting on Wednesday where he did a Q&A with the audience tuning in and asking questions. I'm ashamed to admit that I looked through the entire meeting because my Japanese is pretty much non-existent, so I completely apologize for that. Thanks to the blessed and cursed power of Google, I went through the entire producers meeting once again, and unfortunately there isn't anything important of note to report from there. But there is going to be the TCG strategy presentation happening next Wednesday at 2 PM Japan Standard Time. We will get a lot of information about what you expect from the coming months in the summer, which is news we will bring to you on the recap next week. And at the very last minute, we actually got some DBT02 card reveals from today's card of the day. I mentioned earlier that we only touch upon these card reveals where it makes the most sense to talk about them, and this is that time. Blaze Maiden Tanya, when placed on your Rearguard circle, by paying color +1, choose a grade 0 from your drop zone and call it to a Rearguard circle. And when it attacks by paying soul +1, choose one of your grade 0 units and it gets +5k power until the end of the turn. This is a good boost for the Nirvana deck, and pumping power to Trickstar is actually an interesting concept with this card. Played early and your Trickstar can be more viable to be in the front row Rearguard circle for an attack on your opponent. Blaze Maiden Zara continues on the Rearguard circle during your turn. If you have Blaze Maiden Ryu or Blaze Maiden Reno on your Vanguard or Rearguard circle, this unit gets +5k power. A completely weird card that we have here in that this is supporting the Blaze Maidens directly. The first thought was that this card isn't going to be very useful in the mid to late game once you go into Nirvana. But if your deck does play Ryu or Reno outside of your right deck, you can actually put Zara behind them and hit 21k with Reno or 23k with Ryu. I believe the idea here is to play more Ryus because hitting the magic number of 23 easily is quite the incentive. But one thing to note about these cards for DBT02 is that they are now printing the year that these cards are being released next to the card code numbers. It's hard to say what this means down the line, but you can bet we are going to be paying a lot of attention to it going forward. So what do you guys think? Has Lightblaze deleted all of your considerations to not pick up Monster Strike? What about the new right line for Touken Ranbu? Leave your comments below. Anyone be part of a live conversation with us on Overdress here on CVGS, be sure to join us on our Twitch channel for our Tuesdays live streams and Wednesdays for discussion streams here on YouTube. So be sure to follow us on Twitch for our gaming live streams, slam that like and subscribe button and ring the ding the bell so you get notified of all of our videos whether they get released, be it for Vanguard or Battle Spirits. Be sure to follow us on all of our socials. We're on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. We also have a Discord as well where you can find myself, Damster and Leon on most nights. If you like what we do here and want to support us directly, do be sure to join our membership where you can be like Wen Hao, Daddy Guieto and Samuel McKay and have access to our meme emotes and badges during our premieres and live streams. So with that said, thank you guys again for watching and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!